Guys, I don't care what anybody says, life is just better on the beach. In this episode, I'm gonna take you through several of the homes that we were looking for a client of mine. He was watching this YouTube channel and he wanted to find the best short-term rental available on the market. We narrowed it down to 3. We're gonna show you all 3 properties today. We're also gonna take you inside and show you how you can make a property that's not profitable in a short-term rental market and make it profitable with one of the... Son of a gun sticker. So stickers suck. Those guys aren't fun. But we're gonna take you in depth. We're gonna show you exactly how you can make a not so profitable property very profitable, and I can't wait to get down to it. So let's get into the 3rd on his list, the one we almost purchased, which somehow remarkably is still on the market. Let's check it out now. All right, so here we are at the top 3 options that I had for my client, and this is the one that came in number 3, although it's hard to imagine this coming in at number 3 when you overlook this balcony here, and you can see we are at the height of spring break. This is what we locals call Hell Week. If this is hell, baby, take me home, God. I want to go. I can't wait to see heaven. This is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the view from up here is astounding. And what makes this particular unit so attractive are its balconies. Not only do you have this huge balcony on the front end, but on the back end, you have balconies that attach to both the outside rooms, which is super cool, and it looks inland. This is one of the nicest condos you could buy here in Panama City Beach. And this one for my buyer was a really hard decision. Can you guess why he didn't choose this condo? Before you go any further in the video, can you guess why? If you want to guess why, comment below and we'll see if you're right. But man, looking out at this view, oh, man, Dirk, I love you, brother, but this is pretty dang good. Woo! All right, so let me go ahead and take you on a tour of the house. Now, of course, you have this huge outside balcony, and this is one of the bigger ones that you're gonna find anywhere on the beach. You can see that it goes the full span. We have 4-to-ceiling windows and just an excellent view. Of course, you have your beach rentals down here. So the way the beach rental works is you can buy it for the year and have it free to your guests, or you can just have your guests pay when they decide to go ahead and stay here at Aqua. But man, look at that setup down there, guys. They have jet ski rentals, they have surfboard rentals. You see somebody out there on a surfboard right there. Just a beautiful, beautiful look at the Gulf of America from up here. And this was one of the reasons why my client loved this unit so much, was just the sheer size of this patio. But let's go ahead and take a look on the inside, and I'll tell you some things about the inside that might have derailed this process a little bit. And the fact of the matter is, this is a beautiful condo here, but it does need a little bit of updating. The way we were looking at it, this particular condo is at $1 million, or just north of $1 million is what it's currently listed for. It just had a great price reduction of $40,000. We were thinking we were going to have to put about $75,000 worth of work into this place to get it up to where we wanted to go. And the reason why that is because you'll notice the top performing Airbnbs are always the nicest, and it's great to have team members that know what they're doing, and that's why property management is so important. But let's just take a look as you walk through the door here. These end units at Aqua are unbelievable. We have your washer dryer space there. The owner put one of these doors on, which was a good idea, the barn door. And as you walk out into the living area here, you are greeted by some fantastic windows. I mean, wow, what a vacation. Something we were looking at here was the cabinetry. Cabinetry doesn't look bad. This countertop's not bad. We were gonna go ahead and upgrade the appliances here, and we were gonna paint the cabinets a lighter color. But we had a vision for this, but I'm gonna tell you, even as it sits right now, it's a beautiful condo, but you cannot replace these views right here, guys. I mean, anybody that steps foot in this house is just gonna be shocked by the beauty. Can you imagine yourself sitting here, having your afternoon tea on a hot summer day, 72 degrees inside the house? Who cares how hot it is outside the house? Got some great bar seating over here. Of course, a big dining room area, and it has a very large primary suite, which is a nice surprise here as we walk into here. And of course, you have the wonderful view of the Gulf of America. Can you imagine waking up to this every single morning? Wow, absolutely gorgeous. Coming out of the bedroom, got a huge ensuite for this master, which we really liked a lot. but we were gonna do some rehab work in here. That's part of that $75,000 that I was telling you about. But the overall bones of this place, man, as it sits, this place could get close to 100,000. If we came in and did what we wanted to do to it, I can see the projections going 120 to 140 pretty easy, and the occupancy rate being very high. It's just the little things that you do to these condos that make all the difference. Look at this, though. This is the most important feature of this particular unit, and I love this balcony. When I was here last time, they hadn't yet start building the Top Golf that's right across the way here. Front Beach Avenue, Front Beach goes all the way through over here, and we are so close to Pier Park. There's the iconic Ferris wheel right over there. You have the Top Golf right over here. Over here, they're gonna be building a huge surf park.
Shell Point Beach and Surf Club will be a place to learn how to surf. It would be located on 10.5 acres of land, just east of the Walmart store on Back Beach Road. The land is owned by the St. Joe Company.
We've been working closely with St. Joe, our land partner, and our landlord, and we're leasing land from them, so it's just an ideal location.
Lots of building up over here as Top Golf is there. You have Shookham's downstairs, which is one of the perennial restaurants here. It's been here forever, and it's absolutely fantastic. Would you believe that was a Geo Metro that made all that noise? No, it wasn't a Geo Metro. Look at this balcony, man. Backside balcony. And if that surprises you, I have one more surprise for you that's absolutely gonna blow you away. Have a nice shared bath for your 2 guest bedrooms here. Very nice. But look at this. We have a 3rd balcony. Oh my goodness. So everybody in the house gets their own private balcony. Oh my goodness, bro, I could get used to this. Look at this. Look at this view. I have a better view here than I've seen at a lot of different condos. Can you imagine watching the sunset or the sunrise? Sunrise is right over here to the east. You can see way down there, that's the county pier. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so can anyone guess why we decided not to go with this one? Well, it's why a lot of people aren't going with condos right now, and that was a monthly HOA rate. The monthly HOA rate here is $1,103, which unfortunately just cut a little too much into our profits for the year for my owner to consider this a solid buy. Now, do I think it's a solid buy? Yes. Is it still sitting on the market at just north of $1 million? $1,040,000 is where it's at right now. Guys, this is a great buy. This area is not going anywhere. You have Top Golf moving in. You got Dolly Parton right down the street over here with Pirates Voyage. This area is going to be for years and years a destination that families are going to want to go to. Unfortunately, at $1,100 a month HOA, we just couldn't make it work. But if you're somebody that sees the potential in this property, as I do, give me a shout, 850-943-7777, or reach me by email, john@mrbeachteam.com. I would love to show you this property myself. It is a beautiful property, full of potential, and I'm sure it won't last on the market long. All right, let's get to the option that came in number 2. All right, we are staying outside of what was option number 2, but could have easily been number 1. Hey, if you like what we're doing on this channel, please give us a like and subscribe. And don't forget, if you're looking to shop in this area, I would love to help you. My name is John, Mr. Beach, and I can take care of you. 850-943-7777. Or you can reach me anytime at john@mrbeachteam.com. Man, this house right behind me, I tell you what, this is a primo beach cottage. And the best part about it is we are right across the street from the beach. That access right there is access 83. This access right over here is access 84. This is where me and my family go. Tell you what, on a good day during the summer, when I'm not out showing houses, I'll be right over there with my fishing pole in the water. Just a couple weeks ago, I caught a shark. So, you know, who knows? I'm just trying to catch some pompano. I'm gonna be honest, and also catch some good deals for my client. And this is one right behind me. Hopefully it's still on the market by the time we release it. It's got a ton of action on Zillow, as a lot of people are favoriting and liking this property. It is a very special property, and had it not been for the numbers game, my client very likely would own this right now. Let's check it out. All right, guys, gonna go ahead and jump in studio for this one to kind of show you exactly what the inside of this home looks like. The reason why we can't show you the inside of this home right now is because it's currently being rented, which is always a good thing if it's a short-term rental, but you know, a bad thing for showing folks on YouTube. So let's go ahead and go to the map here And we'll see exactly where this property is at. It's right here in West Panama City Beach, right by Laguna Beach. You know by watching this channel that this is one of my favorite areas on the beach to invest in. And the reason why that is because a lot of people that are visiting 30A are getting a little sick and tired of a lot of the rules that they have over here. There's no rules over here, guys. This is a really fun place to visit, and this is a great little property. It came in second place for my buyer. And as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. The exposed wood on the top gives it a very nice scent inside the house. I mean, geez, I wish we could walk through it. These pictures really don't do it justice. But just a really beautiful home, as you could tell. Cute little kitchen. They actually put some retro kitchen parts in here, which I thought was a great touch. Beautiful little dining area. This is actually on the front of the house. And then it has the bedroom. The main bedroom is now on the front of the house. Now, we had other plans in store for this particular property, but you can see it's very well done. The way they did the different bedrooms. Just a gorgeous looking home. The one major issue that we had with this property was this right here, and that is the square footage in there. It's a small beach cottage with only 1,162 square feet. It didn't leave much room for the guests. Now, there's a bunch of bedrooms. In fact, if you look right here, that right there is a hidden bedroom. They put one bed and two bunks over in that room, which is very cool. Unfortunately, because Virginia Beach just passed a new law with short-term rentals, you can only have one person stay in your place per 150 square feet. Simple math real quick, that tells you that you should only have 7 people in this particular Airbnb. What we were gonna do is we were actually going to expand this place. And when I say expand the place, what we were gonna do is put a whole back bedroom on the back end, adding another 600 square feet with its own bathroom ensuite. So that was gonna give us another 1,600 square feet, 600 square feet. That would put us at about 1,700 square feet, giving us the occupancy that we would need to make this a profitable Airbnb. Also, the plans were not only to extend it outward with that extra room, which was gonna run, everything that we got quoted was about $80,000, even with the match, to match the shiplap walls and everything the way this looked. It was gonna cost us about $80,000, and then it was gonna be another $65,000 for the pool, which wasn't bad because it put my client right about where he wanted to be in the $1 million range. So everything was gonna work out. The only problem was there was a lot more legwork that was gonna be involved to get this property exactly where we wanted it to be. So what did we do? Well, if it was up to my client, I'm telling you, he was dead set on this home. He loved it. He fell in love with it, but the numbers didn't make sense. The numbers did make sense on this next house that we're gonna go see. So let's go ahead and see it. It's on 16th Street, a street I'm very familiar with as I've sold several properties on it. Let's check it out. All right, guys, I'm here with my good friend Joe Roney, and this guy is the best. Now, if you're lucky enough to have him as a property manager, you can see what he does. It's absolutely insane. He helped my client throughout this whole process. Today is the big reveal day. We're gonna go inside, we're gonna check it out. What can we expect, Joe?
You know, I have to give all the credit to my wife because she is the designer. I am just the laborer, and you know, we've completely transformed this house, and we are super excited about it.
Cool. So we have a bunch of old stuff that we'll show you, and you can kind of look and see what the house used to look like. Right now, we're gonna go in and check it out new. Let's go. Nobody look at the code. There we go. Way to block that one, Joe.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Cool, man. This looks completely different. Whoa, look at that ceiling, bro. Now, how long did that take?
That was about a 3-day project. Me and a handyman took care of the ceiling. We also shiplapped all the walls, and then we did all the furnishing, and we actually did all the trim work over here. Some of this trim work was here. We finished it up.
Yeah. How bad did your back hurt after you were up on this thing?
Not so much the back, my shoulders.
Really, the shoulders,
my
yeah.
shoulders were in pain, so, you know, it is what it is. So.
Well, now if you look at him and me side to side, he's bulging here.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask you to please not bulge, sir.
Yes.
Awesome, so you did a great job on this. I mean, it looks completely different. And this particular unit, we have a couple houses right next to each other over here. So basically what the builder did when they originally built this place, they had 4 houses right together. And you'll attest to this, one of the main things that you have to do when you're gonna run a short-term rental that's going to be successful is differentiate yourself.
Yes.
So tell me exactly, you know, these guys are actually a couple houses closer to the beach. We're talking about running numbers that are almost double what some of these guys are running. What do you have to do to set yourself apart?
The biggest thing is design. I mean, the design is everything. You know, in today's world, everybody wants to scroll, and if they see a show-stopping picture, they're gonna stop on that and say, ooh, I wanna check out that house. And that's what we're trying to do, is show that picture and say, we have an experience. People don't wanna rent a house. They want to rent the experience. And if you can prove an experience in your pictures, it's going to be everything.
I love to call it Insta-worthy moments.
Yep.
You know, if they can look at the house and go, this is going to look good on the gram, I think you got them. That's the hook, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, and just that little bit is going to be the difference maker. Now, show me some of the things that you guys did in this particular unit to make it that difference maker.
Yep, so, you know, obviously all new dining table. We changed the light fixtures around. We actually painted the island.
It looks good.
To give it a little extra
It was
finish.
white before, right?
It was all white, so the whole kitchen was white.
Yes.
So,
and it was, you know, and it's not that it wasn't beautiful, it just blended in.
it was just plain.
Yeah.
It was plain and boring. So, in here we wallpapered the walls.
Wow.
All new bedding, all new furnishings.
Beautiful. I love the wallpaper in there. That's
Yes.
so cool.
Yes, we got a little octopus rolling in here. So.
Wow. Very cool, man. This looks so much different than when we first bought this home.
Yep. We added the desk. This was kind of an owner request, but also for Airbnb purposes, it gives you that more checkbox that you get to check off to say you have a workspace for somebody that's
Absolutely.
here for work.
And the attention to detail here.
Yes.
He's got the plugs, he's got the USB cords.
Yep.
That's stuff you need when you're working,
Yes.
you know?
Yep, we do that in every bedroom throughout the whole house, have something similar to that, so.
And I love the bones of this house. I mean, look at this closet that we have here. So you got plenty of room. Now this will be used as primarily as an STR. It's also a second home
Yep.
For our buyer, but this, I mean, we're expecting to run some pretty good numbers as far as short-term rentals concerned in here. So short-term rental first,
Yep.
second home second.
Yeah, let's go check out upstairs.
Wow. Dude, I love a swing. Talk about Instagram moments. Guys, this is what I'm telling you. So this right here is an Insta moment. This is, hey, Tiffany, take a picture of me on the swing. These are the kinds of things that when people see this stuff, they're definitely gonna wanna book your STR. And that swing is awesome with the background here. I love how you guys did the little game room stuff over here.
So this is all magnetic. We can actually play chess right here on the wall.
That is so cool, man.
So
where
all
do
of these are magnetic.
Where do you get all these ideas from?
Well, honestly, just a lot of research, looking at what other people are doing. My wife is the designer and she finds these ideas like the swing, and you can look at the attention to detail on the swing. My wife literally wrapped up the swing with twine all the way up to hide the chain. So it's
She
all
did that
about
all
the
herself?
attention to detail.
Wow.
Yep.
Dude, that's such nice work, man.
Yep.
How much do you pay your wife?
She doesn't make enough. So we had this conversation today about how she needs to get paid more.
Well, eventually you guys will be full-time residents here.
Yes, we will.
And that will be payment in itself,
Yep,
right?
Yep. And the goal is, you know, my wife is becoming a full-time designer. So this is something she's done on the side to help our co-host clients. She's now kind of moving this into full-time to help people all over do design, not just in the Panama City Beach area.
Now, Joe, you know people are gonna watch this, and your wife's probably gonna watch this, and she's gonna go, why didn't you plug me here? So go ahead and plug the wife.
Yes. So my wife, Jen, she truly is everything. She does the design. She's the one who's up until midnight every night finding bargains, because when an owner gives us a budget, we want to stay in under budget. We don't want to spend $150,000 to $200,000 because that's what a lot of these designers are charging. We want to try to come in under budget and still be able to get you a great house, and she spends a lot of hours trying to find that.
Now, how would somebody get a hold of Jen if they want to get a hold of her right now? If they're buying a property here in Panama City Beach, I know that are you completely done? You have all the properties you can have right now? Or is there still an opportunity for somebody to get you?
There's an opportunity with the right property. We're very selective now, and if we're going to add on any more properties, we're pretty full, but if there was the right house, we would consider it. But to get a hold of my wife, you honestly have to go through me, because she does not have social media and does not have any of that stuff. So honestly, you find me and I'll get you in touch with her.
There you go, Joe Roney. We'll put blurb in the description there, and you can check him out. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out the rest of this house, Joe.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so this is completely
Little
different.
extra attention to detail because we had some lights put in.
Very cool. Now, do you have plug-ins for the phones on the walls?
So in this one, we don't. We might. My wife was going to. Nope. She said we're going to put one down here.
Okay.
So we'll have one down here.
So little details that make these rooms.
Oh, we do have one because there's one right here.
Look,
So you
there
have
you go.
your stuff there.
Perfect. And we have a lot of bunk room. This is the place where you kind of put the kids at.
Yep.
Maybe a relative you don't like.
So this is queen over queen. So even an adult could rent this room, not use the top bunk, because we have a queen bed.
Perfect.
Which is why we did it. We didn't want full over full because a couple is not going to sleep in a full, but a small young family, the couple can share here, kids can be here, kids be there, or you can put 6 kids in here.
Now, As a father of both a 5 and a 6-year-old, I can honestly say we like to get them extra beds, but they always wind up in our bed, so it really doesn't matter. You've been through that before. How old are your girls now, Joe?
Mine are 17 and 20, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So.
All right, what do we do with these other rooms here? Wow, man.
So I'm really excited about this.
Once again, the wallpaper is so freaking cool. It's those little accents that you guys do that make it just completely different. Tell us about.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is a little extra something that we did to get a few more beds in here.
What? That is awesome.
In short-term rentals, there's a beds and heads. You want to have a certain amount that you can sleep in a house. This house can sleep 15. We only had beds for 14. We do not like sleeper sofas. We do have a sleeper sofa in that little game room area, but we don't love them. But to get to the 15, we needed one more bed, so we added a Murphy bed.
Boom, look at that. And would not have known that that was a Murphy bed.
Nope, so the average couple can just come in here and sleep as a king bedroom and not just have this as that.
Just in case.
Yep.
And I love the wallpaper, the design. She did a great job in here. Does this actually have, this is the Jack and Jill, right?
This one is the Jack and Jill.
This is the Jack and Jill. So this bathroom connects to this other room.
Yep.
Which is nice. And I love the design of this house, how we had one over here and then one over there. So you both have your separate.
Yes.
With the middle shower.
Yes.
But very cool. So that comes all the way through here. And this is part of the reason we like the design on this one so much, right? I mean, we had a couple candidates and this is the one that won out. We'll get more into that in just a bit. Let's go ahead and see that other room real quick. Wow, man, once again, it's the wallpaper. Jen, okay guys, Jen is the real masterpiece here. Joe does the work, but Jen.
I did do the wallpaper, but I'm gonna show you a couple more things of attention to detail. So I see it a lot of times where designers will design a really nice, comfortable bed like this, and they'll have 2 usable pillows. We have 4 king pillows on every king bed, usable, soft and hard, firm, soft, whatever you wanna call it. But at the end of the day, the wife or the mom is booking your property the majority of the time. And they wanna look at the king master bedroom and say, that looks really nice and inviting. If all you have is and what was in here before was just a comforter and a couple pillows, nobody really wants to sleep in that. This looks inviting, this is where I wanna sleep.
Perfect, awesome. And we have a little balcony area over here. We'll go ahead and check this out. You got rid of the wasp, good for you.
We did.
When we first bought the property over here, we did have wasp nests everywhere. Now we got these cool chairs. And look at that, friends. That blue you see over there in the distance, that is the Gulf of America.
We do have peekaboo views, as I like to call it. So
no, it's absolutely
you can see the water from the balcony, which is great. And I will tell you that this unit next door to us has been rented every time that we've been here over the last 30 days. 2 doors down has not been rented very much. The difference is this one here, or the one next door, has a pool. Guess what? Can't wait to show you the backyard.
Oh yeah, well we're not completely done yet. They're going to be done a little bit later today. There's a little sneak peek. Boom. That's all we're going to give right now.
All right.
We'll go out there in just a second. And when you see the before and after pictures too. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, in these situations, it really does take vision, and this is why it helps to have a guy like Joe on your team. Somebody that can go, all right, I see the bare bones, I see that there's potential here, but if we do this is gonna increase your profitability on the short-term rental exponentially. We do have a bathroom right here. So this is basically a secondary master, right?
Yep, so 2 full master suites.
Perfect. You guys want to check out the backyard? I can't wait till you see the befores and afters of this. And it's so exciting, you know, seeing this come to fruition. We were under contract back in December. I believe we closed in January. And here we are right before the peak season. We're 3 weeks out from Memorial Day. And here we are. And I can't wait too, because Dirk, our client, actually comes in tonight.
Yes.
So he gets to see this for the first time. He's gonna be so excited. And this is a difference maker right here. Wow. Holy cow, Joe. Dude, is this artificial turf out here?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, dude, you outdid yourself. Wow, look how expansive this looks. Guys, in the before video, you'll see there was nothing but trees over here. The backyard stopped right about here, right?
Yep.
So this was all just wasted land.
Wasted trees. Yep.
And look at all this space that we have now. And maybe
actually, that fence was here originally. It was all the way up to here. So this was just wasted space as well. So we were able to expand the fence and give us some more space back here.
Now, tell me this, Joe, how important is it to make the best use of the space in the backyard?
The outdoor space is everything. Unless you are beachfront, a family that's booking wants to know what are they going to do when they get home from the beach, because they're not going to be at the beach from, you know, sun up to sundown. They're going to spend more time at the house than they are at the beach. So what are they doing when they come here? And this is where you truly need the experience at. It is all about what you could do. We have lighting here, you know, string lights going throughout the backyard. So at night, this place lights up like a Christmas tree, and it truly is a great place to hang out.
Awesome. Let's check this out over here. They're putting the finishing touches. Pictures are going to be taken. I love this. This is cute. What is this?
That's our little green dog.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yes.
Instagram worthy moments, and this is one right here. I mean, I can't wait to see what this looks photographed. I mean, this is going to be so cute. People are going to see this, you know, on Airbnb, and they're going to be like, gotta have it.
This is a little something different, where this thing we can actually open it up.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
So.
Wow, so it's like a pergola.
Yep.
A closing pergola. Would you look at that?
So.
That's so cool, man. And we have the pool here.
Yep, and down there's a putting green. So a little hard to see right now with them working, but that's the putting green down there.
Yeah. They're hard at work here getting the finishing touches put on it before the pictures. Now, we did run into a little problem with the pool. We thought the pool was going to be a little bit deeper, but tell us, does it really matter how big the pool is?
It really doesn't. At the end of the day, you need to have a swimming pool. You know, that's everything. So this was supposed to be 9 feet by 21 feet. Because of an electrical easement, we had to move it to only 7 feet. However, it is still plenty of big for the kids to jump in.
Yeah, and this is going to make all the difference when you're actually, you know, listing this property, when you can say you have a pool, even if it's a smaller pool. And guys, don't feel like you need to have a big, huge pool. A lot of the pools in 30A are this size, and that's what you're going to see, because space is a premium when you're here close to the beach.
Yep.
Anything else you want to say about the backyard?
No, I'm glad you actually mentioned 30A, because one of the greatest things about this house is 30A and Inlet Beach is 3.5 miles from here. So you can be in Rosemary in 5 or 10 minutes, and we are actually, because of a lot of the issues in 30A with the private beaches and the deeded beach access, a lot of our guests in all of Laguna Beach are 30A guests that have decided they're going to come down here for our beaches, but they can still go down there to shop.
Guys, I've been telling you this. This is the hidden gem. This is the west side of Panama City Beach, guys. All of the building is heading out this way. I just did a video last week on Origins. Those folks at Coulter, they're building back behind the Wild Heron here on the west side. So you're going to see property values continue to increase on this side. And as that happens, you're going to see more and more development like this. And everything's going to start looking a lot like 30A. And when things start looking like 30A, they start spending like 30A.
Yes.
Am I right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What are we looking at projections on this?
So this house, my full projection in year one is going to be around 130 to 140,000, with I think 150 to 160 is what we'll get for year two. It takes a little bit of time to build up, you know, the clientele and build up the listing, but I think 150 to 160 in this house is going to be very doable, because it's going to be a sought after property. I will arguably say this is going to be one of the top properties in the entire west end of the PCB.
Boom! You heard it here first, folks. You don't believe it? By the time this video is released, it's going to be on Airbnb. You can go on there and check and see for yourself. Do you have a name for it yet?
Yes, we actually call this the Coastal Chateau.
The Coastal Chateau. There you go, guys. Go on Airbnb. I'll go and put a link in the comments too, so you can check it out there. Dude, great work with this house. Out of the 3 houses that we toured, why did we choose this property?
Because of the potential. You know, the high-rise condo, it was beautiful, but you can't separate yourself a ton because you have the same amenities as everybody else. And those high-rise condos, when you're on the penthouse, are really expensive. So the numbers just didn't make sense when it was all said and done. And the house that was across the street from the beach was great, but it was only 800 square feet. And you're not gonna get multifamily. And one of the biggest things that's happening in the vacation rental world right now is more families are vacationing together because it makes it affordable. A house like this, we could have 3 families share this house and take that $6,000 or $7,000 a week rent, and they're only gonna spend about $2,000 for the whole week each, which they're gonna spend that to get in a 1-bedroom condo anyway. So now they get this whole house with all of this great backyard, and they get privacy.
Absolutely great. This guy's dropping dimes of wisdom on you. Hey, if they can't find you, where can they find you at, Joe?
You can go to my Facebook page, honestly, Joe Roney. I'm very, very active on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram as well. And our property management website is Roan Casa Hospitality, and you can find me there as well.
Can we book direct?
You can book direct. We have direct booking websites for every single one of our properties,
Boom.
And they are all separate, so you can save those 15% Airbnb fees all day long.
Hey guys, and there's a hack right there for you. If you want to save 15% on your Airbnb, we're going to go directly to the source. Check them out, the website one more time.
Roan Casa Hospitality, or you can just email me at vacationroancasa@gmail.com.
He's the best in the business, guys. Love this guy. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. It's a great time showing you how we can transform homes like these into short-term rental money-making machines, and it's exactly what we do. And as you know, it's just funny as I'm sitting there watching this one right behind me is another house that we sold. Now, we didn't have a short-term rental manager take care of this one, but this one's producing really well for my clients. They're actually self-managing it. If you like any of this information, if you'd like more information on what you see, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot, as a lot of people watch this YouTube channel, but I notice a lot of people aren't subscribing to it. So please hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, hit the comments below. And if you want to see more on short-term rental, hit this right here. This was an actual local builder here. Actually, he's an out-of-town investor that builds here, and he's doing mostly short-term rental stuff. Decided to build his own house here, and he's doing great at it. This is part 1. We got part 2 coming up. Hey, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate you watching us. God bless you and your family. Until next time.